Hello guys, so this is how the Jaipur race started, and now we are just starting from the start point. It was a 22 kilometers race with approximately 80 people running for the race, and it was the first mountain bike cross country race of my career. So I was not nervous. I was just checking out who is going how, and as you can see, these guys are just pushing it from the very beginning, and they're passing me like crazy. And as you can see, I'm not pushing at all because it's a 20-kilometer race, guys. Don't burn your whole matches at the first phase. You have to burn it stick by stick. So we just started from here, and due to I don't know why the GoPro gives me only 17 minutes of videos. This is where I fast forwarded the section because there was no action to show you. Still, as you can see, there are crazy people passing me like crazy, and I think 12 to 16 or 20 people passed me in this starting section itself. So and you will see I'll be catching them off, and I'll be passing them one by one, slowly as the race goes on. So here we are. Here we will be heading to the jungle area, the off-road area very soon. The race was started below a mountain, and that was the base where we started, and that was like 5 kilometer tarmac and 5 kilometer off-road. So we will be heading for 5 kilometer tarmac again. I fast forwarded the section. Whenever the screen is black and white, you know the sections are fast forwarded, and there was no actions. And whenever there is some events happening, some overtakings happening, as you can see now, I started pushing a little bit. I just put my head down, went into the tucked in position. Here I was looking behind to check if there was anyone, but that is a mistake. I must not do that. This was my first race, guys. So as you can see, you will see now, I have done a lot of mistakes, lot of crazy mistakes. This was just something to gain experience from. Okay, now I think we are close to the off-road section, but not yet very 100%. I don't know. We are still on the tarmac. There are no people behind me. There are no one forward me, and I'm just putting my head down and pushing it. See, another guy just crossed me, and this guy was fast. This guy who crossed me right now, not this one, just before this guy, that guy was fast, and I couldn't catch him. But I'll be catching them all. I'll be catching them all, not all, because of course I didn't come fast, but I'll be catching most of the guys in some of the upcoming sectors. You will see that. So let's see how that rolls. See, another fast guy who was passing me. Actually, my problem was it was my first race, and I was not sure how long I can keep up. See, I had my practice in Odisha, but the altitude levels are different. Not much difference, but yes, a little bit. And these guys are pro racers, guys. These guys are like they race for Uttarakhand, they race for Rajasthan and all, and they were all wearing their state jerseys. So these guys are racing since last like 4 and 5 years. As you have just seen the mountain there, and we'll be heading there very soon. See, another guy passed me. I don't know, maybe this one was 24th or 25th guy to pass me from the beginning. So that was the bike, that was the crew bike, and there is another guy passing me. I was just getting overtaken by guys. That was the cameraman, and this guy you will see, I'll pass him very soon, and gradually I'll keep up the front guys. So we are still on the tarmac, as you can see, and we will be heading to the off-road section, and there was their Sanduro event name. So very soon we'll be heading to the off-road section, and again another crew passed by. They are just feeding zone guys. So they started the race, and individually they went to different feeding zones. Okay, here we start the off-road sections. So I'm as you can see, I'm going very slow. I'm just keeping my own pace. I'm not trying to chase anyone because it was my first race, guys, and my target was to finish the race. I don't know what that guy was doing and from where he came. I was also shocked between the race. So let's see how that goes on. So here the 5 kilometer tarmac is over. Now we are heading for the 5 kilometer off-road section, and the event name was Sanduro. So there are a lot of sand sections, and this thing happened many times to me that I got stuck behind a slower rider. I For my next race, maybe I'll plan to be a little aggressive on the starting so that I don't have to get stuck on behind on a slower rider. And you will see guys, this is very pathetic. This is very pathetic when you know. See, as you can see, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on, but there are no ways to move on. And because of that bike, this cyclist can't go, and for the front means the scooty blocks the cycle because the scooty cannot go in the sand. And then okay, now the scooty gave us side. So and trust me, I believe all the guys over here are much pros than me. See, I just put my head down to push a little bit, and I pushed it, but in the second lap I pushed it. See, here I had an opportunity, passing opportunity. I passed that guy, and here I may pass this guy. I don't remember exactly. Then I don't know. Let's see how that moves on. So this guy is very nice guy, guys. You will see why I am telling this. There is a surprise coming up that this guy was very gentle. I am really thankful to what he did. In the next part of the race, you will see that part. Okay, now I just passed one guy, and I'm following the bunch. And here is a little up climbs, and I passed that guy in the climb because. Actually, guys, climbs are not my section. I planned like I'll attack in the downhill, but when there is opportunity, you should take it, right? So I just saw there is an opportunity and I just took it. Sorry about that background noise, guys. That's my cousin's little kids, so I can make him understand. See, here I thought to make a pass, but I got so stuck in the sand. As you can see, if you back the stage, you will see there is a little sand. So I couldn't make that pass stick because okay, this guy just stopped. This guy couldn't make it through the sand. Maybe I don't know what was going in his mind. Maybe he was tired. Maybe he was burned up. See, another guy, he couldn't make it in the sand. Okay, these guys are going crazy. Okay, I passed two guys and two more guys passed me, so it's maybe break even. You keep the count, guys. I cannot keep the count because I have to focus on the race right now. You guys can keep the count that how many guys crossed me and how many guys I am passing with. So again, I'm just following that bunch. I learned it from some YouTube channels that it's a kind of psychological thing. If the front guy ahead of you is in between your sides, is a good psychological effect for me. And if you see the right top corner of my section, that shows the path, and the right lower corner shows the elevation levels. I don't know, guys. GoPro recorded 1 hour 20 minutes, but while I export the videos, it came 70 minutes, so I couldn't make the whole section. Okay, these are the steep climb sections, and a little part like 20 30 meters, we have to push the bike through that. And I stopped here because I had to take some hydration pack from that left guy. As you can see, the guy right to me is also pushing. Now again I started, and these guys. Okay, here I spoke about the sky guy, right? See, here these guys are stuck. These guys are literally afraid of the downhill section. See, that sky guy gave me side very politely, and this green guy, this guy was like so irritating, as you can see in the next phase. See, neither I am damn sure I could have made this downhill on the saddle. I shouldn't have to push the bike. But see, this guy is saying me to wait for some time. Man, it is a race. We are not here to have fun. or it's not a joyride. See, that guy cannot make it, and he's not allowing me to pass. Even I was so frustrated, guys, because as you all know, I'm a little hot-headed, but cycling doesn't happen like me. And after a lot of time, this guy let me pass him. And this section was a bit tricky even for me. I tried to make it on saddle, but I guess I made a mistake somewhere here. Yes, here.
Okay.
So I have to get down off the saddle, and I have to make it by pushing my bike. But I don't know, maybe actually I should have taken a pre-ride on the racetrack, but as
Landing.
I didn't have any prior experience to that. I knew I had to take a pre-ride, but due to some last moment travel misarrangements, I couldn't make that pre-ride, and that is a huge mistake. Means if you are planning for a cross country race or any kind of rally or any kind of race, you just need to take a pre-ride to look, because I'm a circuit racer, and circuit racing is different. You can read the track
Wrong line.
not easily. That's also difficult. I cannot say circuit racing is easy, not at all. But while it comes to this kind of terrains, and you don't know where is the sand, where is the downhill, then it makes a lot of difference. See, guys, there are two downhills, and I may have passed one or two couple of guys. Now again, here I made a mistake. Here I made a mistake. I should have passed that guy at that moment itself. I was not born exactly, but I was a little confused about my race strategy, because while that blue t-shirt guy, so in that section I got a little frustrated, and I pushed above my threshold for some time, and I felt like I'm going to red zone of my body, so I just paced down a little bit, because as you can see, this was the first race of my career, and it was literally tough. See, I'm standing and drinking some water because I messed up. I really messed up in that sector because of that blue jersey guy. I lost some time, maybe 30 seconds, 1 2 minutes, 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes, and this was a stiff climb. I don't know, maybe next time I can make it on saddle, guys. I have done more stiffer climbs on saddle, but maybe it was the race pressure, maybe I burned myself. See, the front guy is also pushing, but I think this can be done on saddle. I don't know. I am not very pro racer to give any comment, so I'm just showing you whatever I have did in the race. You may think that I'm not riding that well. Yes, I do believe I'm not riding as I should, or I should be riding. But this was it. This was all I had, and no, of course I had much more than that. But as I said, it was 5 kilometers tarmac, 5 kilometers off road, and there was one lap for amateur category, and I was racing in the elite category. So we had 2 laps. So I just planned like, okay, I'll store some of my energy for the second lap. See, the banner dropped in front of me. Okay, that was not an issue, because I just stand still there to receive some hydration packs and all. For next time, I have to plan these things, how I'm going to tackle my hydrations. Okay, here comes the downhills, and I was just having fun in the downhills. I don't know, but if you will see after this downhill, sorry guys, after this downhill, you will see that see, this is not fast forwarded. This is a raw video, and I was literally going little faster than I was going in the flat sections, because downhills are easy. The bike rolls very smoothly, and I have this great bike from Montra. This bike is little heavy, but I think this is cool. I think this is cool. If you are planning to join to MTB, many people may suggest that you need to buy a 1 lakh 2 lakh bike, carbon fiber frame, carbon fiber alloys. But guys, as you can see, this bike is roughly, I bought it in 30 something, in 30s, 30k, 30 to 40k range. I don't remember the price exactly because this was a sponsored bike. I didn't buy that. See, this guy was, I closed him in one downhill itself, and that guy is completely burned. And now I passed him, and as you can see, the guys are clapping because maybe it was just to encourage me, or they were praising my downhill skills. I don't know. Okay, this section is fast forwarded again, black and white. As I have said before, whenever you see a black and white section, just remember that there are no actions. Okay, this guy is returning. This guy is not doing any mistakes because the lap was like you have to go to a certain point and take a U-turn from there. So these guys are already have reached that section, and they have taken the U-turn. And see, there are 4 5. You keep the count again, guys. I cannot keep the count, else I cannot tell you the story, the emotions what I was having in between the race. You keep the count, how many guys are there. And whenever there are 2 visuals in front of you, whenever you were seeing the front part of the road, that time I was standing tall on the bike, like riding in a normal position. And when the visual is only the roads, then you just get it that I am tugged into the cycle and I am trying to make up some speed by, see, this is the point, that guy was standing there, so we have to take a U-turn from that guy. So I just I asked him maybe that where is the route, then I don't know, yes, I asked him that where is the route, and he said you have to take a U-turn from here. So those 5 guys took U-turn. Yes, yes. So there were those guys were ahead of me. You can take the video to the back and count how many guys were there. Okay, and now again, when I saw, I didn't know the lap exactly. I didn't know how many kilometers. And guys, I messed up with the GPS. I don't have a Garmin 1050 or a bike computer. I didn't have at this race because I thought I'll just follow the bunch and I'll see, and the Garmin is too costly for me to afford at this stage. It's that's something 54 or 44,000, and that is even more costly than my bike. So I just thought, okay, I'm just going for experience. I don't need a Garmin, but yes, guys, you need a bike computer because you will see why I'm telling you. You will see why I'm telling you. Okay, and now if you remember, we just crossed that path where the guys were clapping, and now the downhill became uphill. So okay, so I absolutely don't know what was my position. As you can see, the dense sand sections here, and I have to get down just to check the terrain and to have some hydration, have some water. And I was 70% burned at that time, so I needed some time to recover, and that was a huge mistake. I wrote in my race plan that never chase a fast guy, never chase the bunch. But somehow, see, guys, I'm a circuit racer, and chasing is my only job to do, passing is my only job to do. So in that mentality, I started chasing, and somehow I kind of burned up. See, these guys are I don't know, they are slow or just, this guy just stopped. He couldn't make it through the sand. And in the second lap, you'll see I'm easily making up the sand because the race lines means, if you see, there are okay, here I was literally confused. Here I was literally confused where to go and where not to, because I couldn't see the mark there, and as you can see, there are no marks. Gradually I'll sorry about that, guys. Gradually you will see a man standing there, and I just followed my instinct maybe, or I was just looking for the tire trails where the front guys would have gone, because there are just 5, 6, 7 guys, as you have seen. Okay, here I saw the crew, and they said me, okay, there is a diff down, and I couldn't make it on this saddle. And no, I'm not that capable of making. I tried, see guys, I tried going it on the saddle, but I made a silly mistake by grabbing the front wheel, and I took the wrong racing line, so I got stuck in the bush. Again, I have to drop down. And here these are dense sands, and I'm just thinking whether to ride or to push. See, guys, cross country is about you are going for all roads and no roads. So run or ride or run, ride or run. It's like that. Whenever you can, it's rideable. You ride. See, I just got off from my bike, and I thought pushing is a better idea, because if you keep pedaling on these sections, you will be burning your legs. You'll be making your heartbeats go faster, and that's never a good thing on a cycle. Because I come from a motorcycle background where there is a motor in the cycle and that never gets tired unless you have something wrong in the engine and all. Yeah, that gets overheated, but we have coolant and all to fix that. Here, when we get overheated, we have coolant in form of water, hydrogen pack, and the chocolates and energy bars. But see, I have to lift my cycle in my shoulders because it was too hard to push. Even it was literally very hard to push because the dense sand, and when you are tired, trust me,
Where,
pushing
where,
a
where?
cycles you might think
Okay,
it's easier than pedaling it,
okay,
but it's not like that, guys. If
okay,
pushing was
wait.
easier than
Balance.
pedaling, then the cycle was never invented
Yeah.
in the cycle would have never invented in the first place.
Okay.
So if you think pushing was easy, okay, here I literally thought what to do, and there is a lady standing there. The
Hut,
man
hut,
was
hut.
experienced cross country racer or experienced mountain biker, as I thought, because she shouted from the top that keep it on your shoulder, it will be much easier. And literally, guys, as you can see from the shadow, the cycle is in my shoulders, and I'm just climbing up the steep climb. And see, on the right corner of the screen, and here they were calling me Iron Man and all. I don't know, just to encourage me. And that was not an easy job to do, because I had no prior experience. No, I had taken my bike on shoulders. You have seen in my previous videos, I have went to the mountains of Odisha. Like, if you are following me, even if you don't follow me, you can go to my Instagram, or yes, go to my Instagram, because I'm not very active in YouTube. This is probably my first race video. I'll be putting on my YouTube channel the full race video. So I am quite experienced, not quite, but yes, I have did that before. So I was confident I can make it. Okay, now again the section starts, and I was literally confused what to do, what not to do, and I had caught of cold while traveling due to the temperature differences. Plus, I had caught of cold before I started from my home itself. No, it was not COVID. I had a COVID negative report. I tested myself before I started from home, because I'll be traveling to multiple states and all. So I had a COVID negative report. But here, due to cough and cold, I was sneezing a lot, I was coughing a lot, and my nostrils are blocked. I have to take breath through mouth, and when you are breathing through your mouth, there is some muscle in your throat. I'm not a doctor, but that gets dried and irritated, and it makes you cough more. Okay, now the off-road section ended, and now we are coming to the start line, maybe. Let me check, guys. Yes, the Red Bull banner you see there. Okay, here the race was started. So now we are completed 10 point some kilometers, and those guys saw my number, and they recognized that I am in the light category. So they told me to go for the second lap, and I knew that I had to go for the second lap. Okay, now I was just checking if there is anyone behind me, and as you can see, there is no one in front of me. Because the fast rider, see, now I just put my head down. I told you I kept my energy for lap 2. So when the lap 2 started, I put my head down and started pushing, but I messed up in the lap 1. I should have just kept my own pace instead of chasing, because chasing is good, when you are passing someone, but if you are not passing anyone or something like that, and you are just chasing the front rider, then you are doing that biggest mistake. You should just ride their wheels. You should just I should have just my like I should have just followed their tails and see the slipstream effect. I don't think that works. That definitely works, but I don't think that works very well in cycles. As you can see, I'm having some water. I just had some water, and I'm trying to make it up to the front, but I was not psychologically weak at this point because first thing first, I knew I would be slower, but it's not like I just gave up at the very beginning. No, at least I had my training. I was confident on what I can do. I just didn't know if I can keep up the pace with the front guys. So I didn't think about winning this race. I'd never thought about going crazy or something. Yes, in the first lap I made a mistake because it was my first lap of my first race of my career. So and that blue jersey guy made me a little slower. So I lost some time here in the downhill section, if you remember. So I was a little frustrated, and I have to change my this mentality. Like, okay, this is a common life lesson I'm learning from cycling so far. That no matter whatever the situation is, it must not reflect on your actions, and that same applies to your life. No matter whatever situation you are, it must not affect your actions. And I should have fast forwarded this section, but I kept it raw, just so that you can see the roads we are traveling, and these are village roads. The roads are not blocked, and I don't know if it should be like that or it shouldn't be, because I don't know. I'm a very amateur, as I've said it many times. And I was ready. I kept when I was starting from home. My parents asked me that how confident you were. I said, okay, I'm damn confident. I'll finish the race. And about the positions, I don't know. I'll just go and check it out. As you can see, the bikes are coming from, and I'll upload the next race video I had in Dehradun. This was the first race on 11th, and on 11th of April, and on 14th of April I had another race in Dehradun. I'll be posting that video very soon. Actually, I'm a bit stocked with my schedule from MTB to Motorcycle Racing Championship. The National Championship is starting. So in between these travels, and I couldn't get that much internet. See, I have a bike computer here, but that is a very smaller one that just shows you your speed, your average speed, the time, and kilometer traveled. But it's a cheaper one, guys. It's 2,000 or 3,000 rupees. Again, this is also sponsored. I didn't buy that. I got it long back along with the cycle. And I'm just using that because I was a roadie. I was a roadie, and I started mountain biking just to have fun with my life. I started cycling just for fitness concerns, and gradually when I knew when I thought I can make it, then I started believing that okay, I can go a little further. Then I started going for longer runs with my backpack and all, as you have seen in my Instagram posts that I have been doing camping, and I took my camp, my cooking accessories and everything, and I put my tent in somewhere, tents in the jungle or tents in the beaches or in the river bank, and I collect some woods from the jungle, and I cook my food. I stay there. So that was my lifestyle, considering cycles. But later on, someone I don't remember exact. Actually, I know, but I can't take that person's name. So someone suggested me to that there is a race happening, this that, and we had a huge argument regarding this also. And after that, I thought, okay, let's give it a try. If there is a race, I mean, I'm a racer, and I cannot say that I can race a rocket ship, but yeah, I believe if I will ever get a chance to race a trolley, a auto, a rickshaw, or anything other than running, because I'm not a very fast runner from my childhood itself. I was a athletic. I was a athletic student. I go to athletics. See, the computer dropped here. The computer dropped here, and I had to go and pick that video because there was no one forward, there was no one backward. So there, I am not chasing anyone. No one is chasing me. But I'm damn sure if there was someone, or I were chasing someone, you also know these things shouldn't and doesn't matter to me. But yes, I looked front and back. There was no one. So why shall I lose my computer? It's not like I took it as a fun factor, but yes, I was pretty serious about it. It's not like I'm just having fun. I'll let you know about my further videos that if I missed anything, because if I'm doing something, I'll be giving it 100%, as you have seen in my last video. The big bull, I told there loud and clear that I am just starting with the mountain bike cross country category, and no matter what is happening, until I have my hands and legs working, until I have my body fit, that I believe I have a good amount of fitness. I'm not a very great fitness crazy guy, because I don't want to bulk up myself. I just do some athletic training program. I have a gym set up at my home, and I take care of my endurance while managing my weight to the bare minimum. Else, the more weight, the bike goes more slower. But I am not a very crazy fitness guy. But yes, I believe I have a good amount of fitness that I can run for double of this length. Like if there will be a cross country race of 100 kilometers, even I am already heading to a cross country race that is more than 100 kilometers, and that is a surprise, and the surprise will be coming up very soon. So I believe I can make up to 100 kilometers or more, even more than 100 kilometers a day, because I have did that with backpacks. So my target was just to finish the race, and here, as you can see, there are some guys returning from there, and I'm putting my head down and pushing it. As I have told you, I stored my all energy for lap 2, and now after starting the lap 2, I just put my head down and keep it pushing, because I knew 10 kilometers I can push it non-stop. I knew, I believe myself, and I know very well what I'm capable of. But yes, sometimes we do mistakes, we mess up things, and that is experience. And I could have avoided that mistake. Okay, see, I told you about the sand sections. See how easily I'm going through the sand sections, because wherever there is sand, aside to the sand, there is a clean racing line. As you can see, I didn't make it black and white just to make you understand what is a racing line in a cross country race. See, last time I struggled so much in the sand sections, but okay, there are some parts where there is no line, you have to just deal with the sands. But yes, almost 60-70% time, if you remember the last time, there was a red guy I should have passed here. So in some sections, the sands are there, but you can clearly find a hard rigid racing line. Okay, here I messed up. I thought the left side was clear, but it was more dense, so that guy passed me. I exactly don't remember if I would have passed. I did pass him or not. Okay, let's go and see. The video is in front of us, so we will see. So again, when this guy passed, and there's another guy chasing me. Okay, this guy. So these two guys passed me. I just spoke to myself that Udita, no chasing this time. Just keep up your own pace, and keep riding your own pace. Because I knew this guy, I believed that these guys will struggle at front, and guys, if someone is really stronger than me, he will finish ahead of me. And for me, winning and losing does matters. Yes, it does matters. As a sports person, winning is everything. but losing isn't bad. Whenever you are doing anything in your life, just be prepared to have that failure, accept that failure, and accept that you were wrong, accept that you were weak, so that you can have that margin of growth. If you think you were right always, this is the Instagram quote you must have had. If you think you are right always, you don't learn anything, and that's absolutely true. And I go bare naked when I do any mistakes. I'll just stand up with my hands up and I'll agree that okay, this was okay. This guy passed me, and now I'm closing on him. But I could not make this pass. Yes, I couldn't make this pass happen because of the sand. He was having the proper line, and thinking of okay, now I made the pass, and I think I made it stick. I don't know, guys. You keep the counts, okay? So I think I made it stick to the last, to the finish line. No, 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 no. This guy passed me immediately. That's why I was confused because, and again, there comes that uphill section where we all were pushing the bikes, but gradually I'll try to make it up on saddle. So this is the technical uphill section, and it's not like I have not dealt with this kind of sections before, but maybe this is the race pressure or something like that. And this is that tricky downhill section may be coming. Okay, if the downhill section will come, I'll just keep silent because I want to listen to the race audio. And what are the, okay, here. Listen to the audio.
From the right, from the right. Thank you.
So you can see you heard that what happened there, right? So these things keeps happening in a cross country race, and you have to deal with it. The best thing to avoid this is to get ahead in front of these guys, but I was not that strong at the beginning. And I have to sharpen my skill sets a little more, my fitness level a little more. Actually, it was about fitness, but it was not really about fitness because I messed up with my strategy, and I had a solid strategy. I can show you. I have written in my notes what to do, what not to do. But out of excitement, out of stress pressure, and
क्या अगर उसके
these little silly things. And first of all, I have to change my mindset
ये लोग ना
to
जा रहा
become
है
a
ना जाने
little
दे रहा है,
more
क्या करे?
calm
ठोक दे,
and composed.
बोलिए।
Okay, I'm very composed guy. I can bet on that. I
चिल्ला
know.
चिल्ला के थक गए,
But
excuse me,
I'm
excuse me,
not
छोड़ता
at
ही नहीं
all
है तो।
calm. Okay, here comes that pushing part again. Maybe it's pushing. Yes. I'm pushing, guys. I'm literally pushing. And I don't know. As I said, I'm not a very pro athlete to comment on this section. So I don't know. Maybe I can make it on the pedal.
भाई मेरे साइड दे दो, नहीं तो रुक
Maybe
जाओ, नहीं तो जाओ,
I
कुछ करो।
currently I'm training for the sharp up hills. I'll be
दो
posting more
आदमी साइड
videos
साइड चले गए,
of
पीछे वाला क्या करेगा बोलो?
training how to climb. I have
Thank you.
already posted some pictures of climbing.
Okay, I can see a line
I
here.
am doing some high altitude training
I
in
can take
Himachal
that.
Pradesh these days before my motorcycle racing session goes on, and to prepare for that 120 kilometer race that is ahead of me. and that will be crazy, guys. That will be crazy, and everything is surprise. Okay, just one bomber here that the rest will be in the Himalayas, through the Himalayas, not in the Himalayas, in the banks of Himalayas, in the state of Himachal Pradesh, maybe. I don't know the state yet because I'm not very sure. I cannot lie about it. But yes, that will be in the bank of Himalayas. Here I stopped from hydration. I stopped for hydration and now starts the downhill. And here I was feeling very fit and I was very composed, and there was nothing going on in my mind. There was only one thing going in my mind: ride as better as I can, not fast, ride as composed as I can. Because in the first lap I messed up, so I didn't wanted to mess up, and I just wanted to keep my own pace. And guys, downhills are my sections. You will be seeing more of crazy stops in through the downhills in my upcoming videos, and this tractor ruined all my momentum there, so I have to keep my head down. I don't know if these things keep happening inside X-Race, or this is just how this particular track was. But in the Dehradun also I raced, and there was also some sort of vehicles coming on the road. So I just keep it in mind that this is like this. But I have seen some cross country races of abroad, and I never found a vehicle in there. Maybe no, you cannot say the event was poorly or organized. That's not what it was. The organization was very great, and everything was so fine. They had multiple hydration zones, even better than Dehradun, I should say. These guys have multiple hydration zones. These guys had Red Bull, that's my favorite. And here is that
Excuse me?
point. We have to take the
This way,
U-turn
right?
from the lap one. Now it's
No, no,
the
no, no.
lap two. And after some time, my camera blows off at 1 hour 17 minutes or 1 hour 20 minutes. I don't remember. So I'm really sorry I couldn't bring you the whole race. I did pass one or two guys after this. No, three guys after this, and I'm not sure about my finishing position, but definitely I'm not last, as you can see from the video. So that's it for now, and bye bye, take care, and I'll be coming up with my Dehradun based videos, and I'll be doing more videos like this. So let's see how life goes on. Thank you. Bye bye.